Welcome back to our Friday edition of News Geelong as we turn to the happening world of sport and the flying hawk himself, Nathan Curry. Over to you, Nathan.
Thank you very much, Rullo. I'm down here at the arena, and as you can see behind me, there's plenty of men's Supercats running around, but as of 2011, there'll be some women as well, because the Geelong Supercats have been successful in their bid to get a women's team up and running, and I caught up with General Manager David Hoey to find out more. Well, David, congratulations on both achievements. You've now got a women's team in the 2011 season, and you've won Club of the Year. We'll start with Club of the Year. How is that decided? Does it just go to the premiers?
Club of the Year is an award, I suppose, from the SEABL in regard to how the club administers itself off the court, so it's not about performance on the court, and in particular our involvement with the community and our ability to deliver programs that enhance the development of the sport, and how we actively engage ourselves when we visit other cities. So when we're up in Brisbane or in Tasmania, the manner in which we actually approach what we do off the court. So it's a combination of a lot of things, but in particular how we actually drive our involvement with the Geelong community.
Was the award a surprise?
Absolutely, it was something that we never expected. From an administrative perspective, this is our first year for this particular team, and as a consequence, wasn't even a consideration. So we were absolutely stoked to be recognised for the effort that was put in off the court this season.
Well, it's a big achievement. Let's move on to the women now. How long has this been in the planning?
Look, the planning for our women's side has been one of the goals of the Supercats board for basically its inception. It was part of the planning process. It's been very difficult to actually get it to facilitate, but as far as the team and the club is concerned, the opportunity came as a consequence of a relationship that we're forging with Basketball Geelong, the development and success of their side, and the need to consider where these girls will play in the future. We would rather have them playing here for Geelong than to lose them to other clubs. So the opportunity came up to keep them as a unit and to actually deliver a side inside the SEABL for a women's squad.
What criteria did you have to meet?
A number of things that need to be met, and certainly the facilities. It's no different to the men, the fact that we have such a wonderful location to play the game in, our ability to put on a fantastic game night presentation, but it's certainly the financial aspect of being able to cover off on the requirements for the league are paramount as well.
Have you signed a coach or any players yet?
We've got a large amount of what we would call in-principle agreements with a number of people, including a potential coach, which we hope to have something announced within the next 10 days. Players, again, we're talking to them continually. We have a number of in-principle agreements with players who have indicated that they would be happy to represent Geelong rather than go and play in other cities.
And what about the men? Have you signed any new players there?
Look, at this stage it's still in limbo. Nothing new is coming out, but we're talking to a number of people who are either ex-Geelong or moving back to Geelong people. With our 70% local content policy, it's important that we give these people an opportunity to play and give them the chance to represent at the highest possible level. We're still looking at our import opportunities. We're speaking constantly with Ismail Mohammed. Now, Ismail was not only the Supercats MVP last year, he was the league MVP. And we'd love to have him back, and we're again hopeful of having a result within the next 10 days.
Well, good luck and thanks for your time, and hope it all goes well for the Supercats next year. Well, you don't have to be a sports reporter to realise that rain has been very frustrating for everyone playing sport this summer, and the Geelong Cats haven't been able to complete a full match for quite some time. But I caught up with their coach Damien Shanahan to find out how they're travelling before their big clash with Richmond tomorrow. Well, the boys didn't take to the field on the weekend. How has that affected this week's preparation?
Yeah, look, it's been a pretty frustrating time, obviously, with not completing a two-day as yet, and it's a little bit frustrating for our batting group who haven't had a chance to bat out in the middle pretty much for a month now. So obviously preparation's going to be the key, but it was pretty wet during the week as well, so we haven't been able to get on the turf training facility. So just got to get back to basics and make sure we're working really hard on the weekend.
You've got Richmond this weekend. You haven't played them yet this season, but do you have a fair idea about what to expect?
Yeah, Richmond are a little bit down the ladder, a little bit as far as where they'd like to be, but they're a really dangerous side. They've got some brilliant all-round cricketers, so they'll be strong opposition on the weekend. And obviously, most sides on the ladder are pretty much log-jammed. Only a game sort of separates from sort of first to 13th. So it's really important for us to make sure we get the 6 points on the weekend and take care of business.
You're 11 positions in front of them of the ladder. Do you take any notice of that?
Not really. As I said, they're a really talented side throughout. So if they click, they're a really hard side to beat. So they've got some great young talent, and obviously we have as well. So it'll be a good assessment on the weekend and see what we can do.
Is there any changes to the team this week? Can we expect Aaron Finch in the side?
Andre Borovic's out. He's actually coaching a women's side up in a Victorian women's side up in New South Wales this week, under 15 side. So he's out, and Alex Stanley will take the gloves. Corey Ogle's back from school commitments. He's back in, so pretty much replaces Andre. Alex played last week, and on Sunday we're hoping to have Aaron Finch available. It's just waiting for confirmation from Career Victoria today.
And finally, I heard there's a few boys in the state side.
Yeah, we've been fantastic news during the week with 3 of our young thoroughbreds picked for Victorian under-17s, in Merrick Buchanan, who most likely will be captain of it, Corey Ogle and Don McGlinchey, who's a young player from North Geelong, joined the club this year, and all 3 of them are actually Geelong Grammar boys, so it's fantastic for the school and fantastic for the club. And on another note, Merrick's also playing above his age in under-19s for Victoria as well, so it's a pretty special time coming up for those boys.
Let's hope your boys can play out the whole match this weekend. Thanks for your time. All right, well, that's it for Sport and me this week. But before I go, I want to wish my mate Matt Murray all the best in his new career. It's been great working with you, and I wish you all the best, mate. All right, I'll see you all next week, so it's back to you, Rollo.
Thank you, Nathan. Summer has certainly started off with a mixture of interesting weather patterns as we turn to look at the predicted coming weather over the following week. For Saturday, partly cloudy, isolated showers, tending scattered during the afternoon, with afternoon possible isolated thunderstorms. On Sunday, becoming cloudy, isolated showers and a chance of further thunderstorms. Monday sees cloud increasing, isolated showers and a chance of thunderstorms. For Tuesday, partly cloudy with scattered showers, the chance of thunderstorms later in the day, and that's weather for this evening. Thank you for being with us here on News Geelong. You have a pleasant and safe weekend. To our valued team member, moving on in the wonderful world of aviation, Matt Murray, or more affectionately known as Big Bird. Thanks for being an integral part of our News Geelong team, Matt. So take your time and smell the flowers, and good luck in the future. From all the team at News Geelong, you have a pleasant evening and a very good night.